everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we're going to be doing, this is my part 2 of my eyeshadow collection. These are all of my high-end palettes, as well as some palettes that I've gotten in beauty boxes that I neglected to pull out to put in the other video. I just missed them when I was going through everything. And also some things that are maybe a little bit lower in price, but still aren't quite drugstore, if that makes sense. So, all right, I'm going to start over here on this side of my drawer, and we will start to work down the drawer rather than from side to side or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and start here with this one right here. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic Palette. You can use this for eyes or face. It has some really pretty shadows in it, and again, you can use this as a face highlighter as well. It's got green, red, purple, or green, pink, red. What am I saying here? Green, blue, purple, and opal. So green, blue, purple, and opal. They're very, very pretty. You can use these to transition a look into more of a holographic type of look. I don't think this is sold anymore though. So I do have it. I like it. It's pretty. I have 3 of these little Shade and Light Eye quads. This one is the Rust one. That's that one right there. I have definitely used this one before. These are the shades that I really, really enjoy. I also have this one right here, which is Plum. I'm showing it to you upside down, but this is Plum. It's got some really nice purple shades. I've definitely used that as well. And then my last quad that I have is Smoke. Now, I've not used this one. It actually is the grays and black. So I've not used this one in particularly. I did pick those up from Sephora when they were being discontinued. The only one I did not get was the Sapphire one. Sapphire, right? Or I'm sorry, the Emerald one, the green one. I don't think they had a Sapphire, but the green one is the one I didn't pick up. I did see it at TJ Maxx. I was tempted to buy it, but all of them were touched, so wasn't going to buy that. I do have the original Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, the eye palette. I've actually never used this. I bought it because everyone at the time when I first started my channel said that this was absolutely amazing. But honestly, I've never used it because I don't know. It's just, I look at this and I'm not very inspired. I mean, this is great if you're just doing very neutral looks, but I don't know. I always like to have some sort of color on my eyes, so I've just never used it. It's brand new. The last Kat Von D palette that I have is the Saints and Sinners palette. I do really enjoy this. I'm going to try to get it in frame here for you. I do really enjoy this palette. It was a holiday palette though, so it's no longer being sold. It was only sold during holiday 2017. A lot of people had some issues with the layout of this palette, that it was just hard to come up with a color story or something like that. I personally think this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's good quality. I have not bought a Kat Von D palette since this one, so nothing in 2018 or 2019 so far. Nothing has really caught my eye and made me want to, buy it. So, but anyway, this one I do enjoy. All right, I'm going to move back here to my Urban Decay palettes. This is my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. I believe these are all mattes. I've actually not opened this palette yet. So that's all of the shades in there. It is a little bit bigger, but yeah, it's all matte. It is a little bit bigger than, they do have a Naked Mini, but I don't have that one. This is just an all matte Basics palette. Again, I haven't opened it yet, so never tried it. This one I have opened. This is the Smoked palette. When they were starting to get rid of this, it was on sale 50% off at Ulta, and I did pick it up. If I can get it open, there it is. It's not a bad palette, but sometimes when I needed to know myself a little bit better, I guess is what I should say. Darker shades like this is just not something I normally gravitate to when I'm going to do my eye looks. I don't do really dark smoky eyes. I like color on my eyes, specifically reds or purples or peaches. And these darker colors just aren't normally something that I reach for. So is it a bad palette? No, I believe it's discontinued at this point. I do see it pop up on Haute Look every once in a while, but yeah. I also have the Urban Decay Naked Smoky. Again, this is a similar situation where it's a lot of dark shades, and it's just not something that I normally gravitate to when I'm getting ready to do my eyes. So it's not a bad palette, but just not something that I normally gravitate to. I think this might be discontinued as well. My next one is the Urban Decay Naked Heat. This is a newer palette to me. I just got it a couple months ago and I have not used it yet, but it's pretty. It's definitely shades that I typically will use. I know it's a little bit older a palette at this point. I think it's like, what, a year old or maybe a little bit longer old, but I just haven't used it yet because it's brand new to me. So I think I'm going to be pulling this into a makeup bag or a Shop My Stash here soon because I want to give it a try and I haven't tried it yet. My next palette here is the original Naked palette. I do really enjoy this palette. I did a Throwback Thursday video with this a couple of months ago, and I really found it again. I personally think it's a very pretty palette. There are some darker shades, but there's also some lighter shades. So I can actually do something with this that I would like and still have a little bit of darkness if I choose to do that as well. But definitely I like it. I know some people have said recently here that the quality is just not there like they remember it being, but personally I think it's still pretty good quality, and this is a discontinued palette as well. The last one I have in here is the Urban Decay Naked 3 from Urban Decay, not the last palette obviously, but this is my Naked 3 palette. I have not opened this yet. It is an older palette, but I picked it up just a couple months ago when it was on sale, so I haven't tried it yet, but I do like the Naked one, and yeah, I like Urban Decay palettes, so I wanted to give that a try. So that's brand new to me as well. All right, let's go down here. I just have two Juvia's Place palettes. This one is the Nubian 1 Mini. I've got this in, I believe, an Allure box, but that's what it looks like. It is just a little mini. It's nice. I like the quality of this, but of the two palettes, my favorite is the other one that I have, the Nubian 2, which I'll show you here in one second. This one is really good quality as well. I like this one because of the color selection in this. I don't know why I keep half my palettes in their packaging and half them I don't. I just don't know why I do that. But these are the shades in this palette, and let me take the plastic off. I really do enjoy them. I did pull this into a makeup bag here recently, and they're very, very pretty, and they work really, really well on the eyes. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend one of these Juvia's Place palettes. I only have two of them at the moment. I probably will purchase more in the future, but I have two at the moment. All right, I'm going to pick up these here. These are my Dose of Colors palettes. I have the Marvelous Mauves. This was in a 21 Days of Beauty sale. That's what it looks like if you haven't seen it before. These are definitely shades that I like, so it's okay. I'm still trying to make my decision on whether or not I really like Dose of Colors shadows. These little 5-pan palettes, I don't know, I kind of struggle a little bit with getting them to blend a little bit, but they're still nice. So I have the Marvelous Mauves, and then I also have this one, which was their holiday 2018, called Snow Angels. I like this. I actually think I like this one better than the Marvelous Mauves, to be honest with you. But I can't do a full look with this palette. I definitely need to bring other shadows in to work with this palette. All right, and then the last Dose of Colors palette that I have is the Friendcation palette with Desi and Katie. I love this palette a lot. I think it's super pretty. I think that it works really nicely. I think the shimmers in here are amazing. I've worn this for a couple of special occasions, Christmas, Valentine's Day, that sort of thing. I really enjoy this a lot. Let's go over here. I have my Natasha Denona palettes. I have 4 Natasha Denona palettes, 3 little minis. This one is the Mini Lila palette. I've used, of the 3 minis, this is the only one I've used, and it's okay. I have a little bit of difficulty with, I think it was this shade up here, blending. But I think it's really pretty. I think the best way to use this little palette is just with your fingers. I got it during the fall 20% off sale at Sephora, so I did not pay the full $25 for it. Do I think this is worth $25? Probably not, in my opinion. But if you can get it on sale, it's not bad. I also have the Mini Star palette, which I believe was their holiday 2018 palette. I have not tried this one yet, but again, I picked that up during the holidays. And then I also have the Mini Sunset palette. Okay, and that's the Mini Sunset palette. Super pretty. These are definitely shades that I enjoy. I have not tried this palette yet either, so I can't speak to how well this one blends. But I don't know. I really like the Mini Sunset palette. I might consider getting the full-size Sunset palette, but probably not, to be honest with you. I did get this Lila palette. Whoops. I did get this full-size Lila palette in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. I really like it. I like the shades, and I like the quality of it. I think it's really nice. So after trying this, I've definitely considered that full-size Sunset palette, but I just haven't bit the bullet yet. The cost on this is just so high. If I would get another Beautylish Lucky Bag and get the Sunset palette in it, I would absolutely be excited and not concerned about that at all. I'd be very happy. All right, I think I'm gonna go over here to the front because a lot of these are like one brand that I have. I don't have multiple of the brand. So this is the Naked Cosmetics. I don't think it has a name. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I love these shades. I mean, I know there's only 3, but they work really, really well, or at least they did when I first got the palette. I don't know, maybe it's not as nice now after a couple of months. Well, it's probably been a year since I've gotten this palette in my BoxyCharm. But look at that gold or the orange. I mean, that's really pretty. So, I mean, I like this. I don't know how much this is. Like I said, I got it in a BoxyCharm, but I like it. The next one is from Smashbox. This is the only Smashbox palette I have. I did buy this, I think from Ulta, maybe Sephora, I don't know. But I did buy it there. I did see it several months after I picked it up. I saw it in TJ Maxx. I don't think that they're still selling in TJ Maxx. Do I think it's a good quality? Yes, I do. Last time I used this, which was a while ago, it worked really, really well, and I do like the quality of that. Honestly, I don't have any other Smashbox shadows, though. So, I don't know. All right, moving down here in front, I have this one from Lancome. This is the Audacity in Paris palette. I actually picked this up on a 21 Days of Beauty a while ago. I don't know that I can get it open. There it goes. They did a whole lineup of these with different cities. Like I said, this one is Paris. I think I've only used this once. Yeah, I think I've only used this once. I haven't tried the brush yet, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I tried it and it didn't like totally wow me, so I haven't picked it up again. Not that it's bad, I just haven't really spent time focusing on it, you know what I mean? This one is the Mellow brand Treasure Chest palette. I got this in a beauty box, I can't remember which one. I remember using it one time. Maybe I just swatched it, I don't know, but it's pretty. I probably should pull it out and give it a try. I can't really give a full assessment of it because I can't remember what it is. So I'm looking at the shades right now and it's definitely pretty palette. So I'm just not quite sure. Can't really give a full assessment of that. This is the Jeffree Star, what is this? The Beauty Killer palette. This is his first palette. I bought it way after he first put it out. I don't remember I think I bought this from Beautylish. Just because I wanted to give his palette, his formula a try. And I will tell you that I actually really like his formula. I think it works really well. I have not tried any of his more recent palettes. I've been very curious about Blood Sugar, for example, but I have not gone there. So this is the only Jeffree Star Cosmetics that I have. I have some lipsticks from him, which I do really enjoy the lipsticks too, the liquid lipsticks. So, but this is definitely not a bad palette. Actually, I think I have a video where John had to describe how to do a video, like he had to tell me what to use or something like that, and I was not watching the video. I don't know. If I can find that video, I'll try to link it below. But it was something where John was giving me directions. This is from Ciate London. This is their Glitter Storm. This was their holiday palette from 2018. It's still available, at least as of right now, on Sephora for $30. I did buy it when it went on sale for $30. I have not tried it yet, so I can't really give an assessment on it. But I like the cover, the packaging. That's really what sold it to me, to be honest with you. All right, next up I have a Makeup Geek. This is in the Nude palette. I got this off of Hot Look. I have not really used it yet. I have used some Makeup Geek single shadows, and I do like them. I do like Makeup Geek. Honestly, I'm actually really excited they're now in Target because for me that's more accessible. Like I said, I got this on Hot Look, so I have never bought from Makeup Geek directly, so I'm really excited that they are now in Target. This next one I got in a beauty box as well. I just forgot to pull it out for the other video. This is from Alamar Cosmetics. Super pretty. I've used it a couple of times. I do enjoy it. I can't get a full look out of this palette. I mean, I might be able to. I don't know. I've never tried to get a full look out of this palette. I've always partnered it with something else. But it's super pretty and very pigmented, and it works well from what I remember. Next one is also from a beauty box. I think I got this in BoxyCharm. I'm pretty sure I got this in BoxyCharm. This is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. This one is not very inspiring for me. I look at it and it's pretty dull, and I don't know. It's just not. I mean, this would be a partner palette for me that I would use some of maybe the lighter shades or maybe some of the shimmers with something else, but I don't know. I was not wowed by this palette. All right, so this next one is the only MAC palette I have. This is the MAC X Aaliyah palette. I think I used it once. I can't remember. I think I might have only used it once. It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. But I've never tried any other MAC palettes or MAC shadows at all to my memory. So I don't know. I can't give a full assessment of that. Sorry. Like I said, I just have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I only have 2 eyes. I don't know why I do this to myself. All right, I have one Violet Voss palette. This is Like a Boss. I got this in, I think, holiday 2017, and it wasn't bad, but some people really rave about the Violet Voss formula, and at least for this palette, it didn't really wow me. So I've never bought another one. There's been a couple that she's come out with that I've been curious about, but like I said, I've just never bought it because this one really didn't, you know, make me excited to try more from the brand. All right, I think from here on out, I don't have any. Oh no, I do have a couple more. Hold on. I have this one here, which is from Huda Beauty. This is the Mauve Obsessions palette. This is the only Obsessions palette that I bought. I do like it. It's very nice. It's shades that I enjoy. I don't know, honestly, because it's like 9 pans and it's super tiny. I just feel like it's a little overpriced, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people are like, oh, $27. I think it's $27. $27, that's not too bad for a really high quality palette. I can get better palettes for $27. Just my opinion, just my opinion. I'm sure people, like there are some people who have every single one of those Obsessions palettes and love them all. It's just, I was not super wowed by it. And, you know, to each their own. I have 2 Marc Jacobs palettes here. I think I actually got both of them at TJ Maxx. I'm like 99% certain. This one is number 112, the Mod. It's very boring. It's literally 3 little shades, gray, black, white. I don't even know that I've used this. I think I might have partnered it. No, I don't even think I've used it. Looking at it close up, I don't think I've used that at all. I did get it at TJ Maxx for, I think, $10, maybe less. Might have been on clearance. And then this other one I have used, again, I got this at TJ Maxx. This is one of their full-size ones, and this is the Tease, which is their purple shades. And I do like purple shades. I would have liked to get the one that I was considering buying full price, which I didn't, was their one that came in the white packaging, and it was like reds and golds and stuff, but I didn't buy that one. Okay, let's grab these Stila ones here. I have 2 Stila ones. I got this one, I think, from Ulta, and this one I got from TJ Maxx. This one I only paid $7.99 for. It's Body, and this one is Mind. The Body one I have not opened yet, but this is the Mind palette. It's all mattes, I believe. Yeah, it's all mattes, and it's a nice formula. I just don't really reach for it very often because I honestly like to have shimmer on my eyes. So when I have all matte palettes, and I really should just stop buying all matte palettes. This one is not just all matte. This one does have shimmers in it. And these are definitely pretty shades as far as I'm concerned. I do like pinks and purples. So maybe I should get this open and give it a try. I'm trying to see if they're all shimmers in this one. It looks like this one might be either all shimmers or satins. So, but super pretty. This one I think I like more than the other one. So I need to get this pulled out and give this a try. Let's keep going on this side, I guess. So I have the 4 Makeup Forever Artist Shadows. They are interesting. I've used some more than others. In fact, some I haven't used at all. This is the number 1. It's nudes, neutrals. These are, everything's falling. Number 2, is the Brights. I have used this one, or at least I've touched this one. Number 3 is, I think these were called Florals, so they're more pastels. And then number 4, I can't remember what this one was called. Oh, this one is the solid matte one. It's all mattes, so pretty. This one I haven't, or maybe no, I have touched this one. Yeah, I think these are all still sold on Sephora. I think that they were discontinuing them, but I think they're all still sold. Okay, let's pull these ones out here. These are from Persona. This is the first palette that Persona came out with. It's the Identity palette. I do really enjoy this. I've taken this traveling with me. It's definitely shades that I like to wear. I like it. I know it was in Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, I think in the fall of last year, but I picked it up before then. And then these were their holiday palettes this past year. This one is they're the Color Theory palettes. I have copper and pink. They put out 2 of them, and they came with brushes and eyeliners. That's the copper one. I think the copper one is the one that they recommended for blue eyes, I think. I'm pretty sure I bought the copper one first, and then I did buy the pink one as well. I have not used either one of these yet though, so I have to get on that. Again, too many eyeshadows to just 2 eyes. So, okay. I'm gonna actually just move these ones over here so I can get to all of them. I have a lot of Too Faced palettes. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. I mean, they're nice, but I'm not sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna come up front here because these are some more like single palettes from brands. Unfortunately, this one is an e.l.f. one, and I forgot to pull it in the last palette. This one is ginormous. There's a bunch of shadows. I don't even know what this palette's called. I don't remember when I bought it or why I bought it or whatever. I think this might have been a holiday palette, but it's got about 1 million eyeshadows. And then underneath, it has a bunch of face colors as well. Like I said, I don't even remember when or why I picked this up, but lots and lots and lots of options. I'm sure it was very inexpensive. Like I said, it's e.l.f., so I just forgot to bring it into the last video. Next one in here is from Jouer. This is the Skinny Dip palette. I did not buy this. I actually got this in my Beautylish box in 2018, January 2018. It's pretty. I can't do a full look with it. It's all glitter. It scares me because glitter and me, I don't know. I just don't do well with glitter, but it's super pretty. I just don't use it very often. Next one is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. Honestly, I picked this up in, I believe, 21 Days of Beauty. It did not impress me. So I have not tried any of their other eyeshadow palettes. And IT Cosmetics, I think, only has maybe 2 or 3 eyeshadow palettes. They don't have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. But this one really did not impress me. I did not feel like there was a lot of pigmentation in these shades. And I just never went back and tried something else because this one was a disappointment. Next one is Becca. This is the only Becca eyeshadow palette that I have. It's the Golden Volcano Goddess, excuse me. I was going to say Golden Goddess, but it's a Volcano Goddess. I've used this. I actually had this in my, sorry, let me get it out of the packaging. I had this in my weekly makeup bag here recently, and I was really impressed. I had seen a couple of people review this and say that it wasn't very good. I was really impressed with this. I think it's really good, actually. It worked really well on my eyes. I don't know if the couple people that I saw their videos maybe just got a bad batch, or maybe their formula was inconsistent. The only one that I don't like is this white shimmer down here. What is it called? Diamond Dust. That one I have no idea what to do with. But the rest of the shades that I've tried, at least, I haven't tried all of them, but the rest of the shades that I've tried, I've really enjoyed. All right, y'all, we are getting there. These next couple are from Pure. This was from a BoxyCharm. It is the Midnight Masquerade palette. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. In fact, you'll see here that Pure and me don't really get along very well when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. But this is what it looks like. It was very promising, but it just didn't work for me. I don't feel like the shades were very pigmented, and you know, I struggled to get it to work. Not that I am the best makeup artist out there in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I'm probably one of the worst, but I struggled with it a lot. All right, these next two I got in BoxyCharms, the Soiree Diaries, as well as the Pure BoxyCharm collaboration. The Pure BoxyCharm collaboration I didn't like. I don't feel like it worked very well at all. I was very disappointed in this because I was very excited to get this one because of the Soiree Diaries. I actually really, really enjoy this palette. I have taken this palette on travel with me, which is, to me at least, means that I've thought enough of it to go back and reach for it multiple times. I've taken this on travel a couple of times with me actually. And what I typically do is I will just use like 3 shades down as my look. So it's really quick, really simple, works out really well. This is my favorite Pure palette that I've tried. I've only had those 3 and then this last one here. This is the Pure Love Your Selfie 2. I think they had a Love Your Selfie 1. This one, not my favorite. Again, I just don't feel like it worked really well. Like, you can get it to work, but I don't feel like it worked well, and there's other palettes that are just better. All right, where to next? I've got Too Faced, Viseart, Tarte, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and Lorac. Let's go to ABH. I have the Modern Renaissance. I think just about everybody has the Modern Renaissance. Maybe not everybody, I don't know, but I like it. It's my shades that I really, really enjoy. Definitely would recommend. I have the Prism palette, which was their holiday 2017 palette, which everyone seemed to abhor. Or no, I'm sorry. I had these backwards. Subculture came out first. The Prism palette people didn't buy because of the Subculture fiasco. I actually like this. I've used it a few times. I don't know. I really like it. I am very patient when I'm putting my eyeshadow on because I'm not very good at doing eyeshadow. So this is the palette that everyone just absolutely hated, the Subculture palette. This is definitely powdery, definitely powdery, but I think it's nice. It's different. So I know it got a lot of hate. A lot of people were really upset with this and then did not buy the Prism palette because the Prism palette came out just a couple of months after the Subculture palette. But again, like I said, I'm very, very patient when I'm doing my eyes because I'm not good at it. So Soft Glam is one of my favorite palettes. I continuously go back and reach for this time and time again. I do really enjoy the Soft Glam palette, more so than Modern Renaissance. Next one is the Norvina. Why did I keep it in the package? I don't know, but I have. Norvina palette. This came out this year, or was it 20? It was 2018, I suppose. I really like this. Again, definitely shades that I enjoy, that I like. Reds, pinks, purples. I really enjoy the Norvina palette as well, but Soft Glam has got to be my number one. All right, I also have the Sultry palette, which was their holiday 2018 palette. This one I struggle with. It seems like I struggle with cool shades or cool tone shades. I can definitely get looks out of this, but for me, I almost need to pull another palette in to get me to be motivated enough to keep doing my makeup with these. I can do it. I can do it, like the Rose Quartz shade I like, some of the browns I like. I don't know. I'm finding that I just don't really like to do brown eye looks. And a lot of these palettes all have heavy brown eyeshadows. Not heavy brown, but they're heavily made up of brown eyeshadows. And I just don't like browns on my eyes. All right, the next few are my Lorac palettes. The Lorac Pro 1. I absolutely adore this palette. I think the quality on it is amazing. If you have not picked this up yet, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. I love it. I love it. I do. I've loved every Lorac palette that I've tried. I had this little Lorac Pro Mini. It's just 3 shades. I can't even remember where I picked this up at. I could do an eye look, like put light beige all over my look, or all over my lid. Beige over top of that, because that is a satin or maybe a shimmer, and then espresso just in the crease, and I could easily do just a 3-shade eye look with that. I have the Lorac Pro Palette 3. I have not opened it yet. That is what it looks like. I actually bought this, and then I bought a second one forgetting that I had already bought the first one because I hadn't tried it yet. So the second one will be doing a giveaway here soon. This one is probably the only palette that I can't say that I've used, I think. Yeah, I haven't used this. I don't even know what it's. Dance Till Dawn Eye and Cheek palette. So I can't exactly say how great this one is, but I need to pull this in and give it a try. Maybe come spring. Well, it is springtime. Maybe I'll have to pull this in here very soon to give it a try. This one is the Shine Bright Pro palette. This one was the holiday 2018. I really like this. It did not get much hype at all. Not many people were talking about it. It went on sale pretty quickly. I purchased it when it was on sale. I really enjoy this palette a lot. I think it's beautiful, and I think it works really, really well. The last Lorac Pro palette, or the Lorac palette I have, is the Pro Mega 4. This one, of all of the palettes that I've used from Lorac, is probably my least favorite. It's got a lot of variety, a lot of options to use. You can see how many eyeshadows are in here. I struggled with some of the shimmers in here. Not that they're bad, it's just that I struggle with them. So I need to pull this out and give it another try. I haven't used it in months. Let's go ahead and move on to my Tarte palettes. These are all my Tarte palettes that I have. A couple of them I've gotten in beauty boxes. This first one is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. Got this in a BoxyCharm. I'm not a big fan of this one, to be honest with you. And Tarte palettes are kind of hit and miss with me. I got another one from them a couple months later, from BoxyCharm a couple months later, and I actually gave that away in a giveaway because it was like all really pale shades that I knew I wouldn't use. This is the Don't Quit Your Daydream palette. Everything's sliding. This is the Don't Quit Your Daydream palette. I have used this one. It's okay. It's not bad. I can't remember. I bought this, I think it was a kit of like this and some lip products, I think. Not bad. This next one I got in a BoxyCharm. I think this was the 2017 like big BoxyCharm. This is the Miracles of the Amazon. It's got a blush palette, or a blush and 6 shades in it. The eyeshadows aren't, I don't know, they just don't draw me in. There's not enough there, I guess is what I'm saying. But the blush is nice. Next one is the Tartelette Original. I bought this and the Tartelette Toasted. These are all going to slide again. Let's put those down before they fall. I bought this one and the Toasted palette. I'm trying to remember if I've even used this one yet. A lot of people love this. This is a cool palette. No, I have not even tried this one yet. So I'm going to have to pull this one in and give it a try. They're definitely shades that I would like and would like to use. Next is the Tartelette in Bloom. This was my first Tartelette palette that I specifically purchased. I do like this one. I do like it. I can definitely get eye looks out of there. I like it a lot. Next is the Tartelette Toasted palette. I actually just had this in one of my weekly makeup bags, or throughout my stashes, and I gave it a try, and I did like it. This one was actually pretty nice too. I guess for these, you just want to pick up whichever one is the most that you would like to use. You know, do you like warm shades? Then pick up this one. If you like, you know, cool shades, pick up the Tartelette one, and the Tartelette 2 I think is a good mix of the two. This one is the Graveyard Girl collaboration that she did with Tarte. This one I was very disappointed in. First of all, it came broken, but it wasn't enough for me to like return it. And these shades, the face shades, all have glitter in them, which is probably my biggest problem with it. I don't normally wear like a bronzer and a blush with glitter in them, and then the highlighter is really glittery as well. The shadows are okay, but the face products I just did not like in here. Then I have the Tartelette Pro palette. I did like this a lot, actually. Lots of shades, really pretty. I think it works really well. I just don't reach for it because it's a bigger palette. I don't know. I keep buying bigger palettes and I don't reach for them. And then this last one was the Tarte Clay Play palette, the first one that was actually really nice that people liked. And then they came out with that Clay Play 2 and nobody liked it. I don't know. I didn't get the Clay Play 2. This one is actually pretty nice. I like it. I would recommend it if you could get your hands on it. I'd actually gotten a second one and gave one of them away in a giveaway. So one of you guys actually got one of these from me. All right, let's go to the Viseart palettes and then we'll go to Too Faced last. I think I actually have a face palette in here. My Viseart face palette I think is here. So I have a couple of these Theory palettes. This one is Cashmere. Which one is this one? This is the browns. So I got these. These were actually on sale. Like they were marked down for some reason. I don't know. But I do like Viseart's formula. This one is, what shade? What is this one? Siren, which is like peaches, which I will definitely use. I have not used these yet. I just got these last fall. And then, so those two I picked up. Oh no, I did take the face palette out of here. Okay. This is the Petite Pro 1. I liked it. I know some people had issues with it and did not like it. I liked it. I've actually taken this on travel with me and have used it quite a few times. I have Golden Hour here, which is extremely difficult to open. I just have to use like scissors to open it. I love this palette. I absolutely love this palette. I think it works amazing. I love the quality. I love the shade range. I love the looks that I've come up with in this palette. I just really, really like this palette. I have the Tryst palette. This one is okay. You would think, because I keep saying I like pinks and purples and stuff, that this one would be my favorite, but amazingly it's not. I like the Golden Hour palette better. I think that they're good companion palettes, so it's a good quality. I just don't reach for it as often. I have Libertine. I have not even opened this one yet. That's what the palette looks like, but I have not opened that one yet. I have the Viseart 8-pan palette. This is the editorial, and it's all the colors. So, you know, if you would want a color, it's in here. Don't use it very often because I just don't normally use a lot of matte shades like that. And then I have the Grande Pro 1. I didn't pick up the Grande Pro 2. I would like to at some point, but I have not. This one is absolutely beautiful as far as I'm concerned. It is quite pricey. They do now sell it at Sephora. Originally, you could only get it at Beautylish and Muse Beauty. But I do like this. I just don't reach for it often enough because it is a larger palette. But I want to try the Pro 2 because that one has shimmers in it, and this one's all matte. I think the Pro 2 is all shimmers. All right, and last but not least, we're going to go to my Too Faced palettes. I have this one here. This is totally cute. I picked this up in TJ Maxx a while ago. I don't know that I've ever used it. I don't think I have. I haven't even touched this palette. I have the Just Peachy Mattes and the White Peach. The Just Peachy Mattes is actually a nice palette. The White Peach is okay quality-wise. I don't think it's up to what some of the other Too Faced palettes are, but it's not horrible. That is the Just Peachy Mattes if you've never seen it before. It has a peach scent. I'm not a big fan of the peach scent. Actually, I've never used this. I've not used this yet. I've wanted this palette for a while. I finally picked it up in the Sephora 20% off sale in the fall. I thought I had already used it, but I have not. So I need to get on that. And then this one I know I have used. The White Peach I have used. I've only used a few of the shades in here, not all of them. But I did struggle with the few shades that I did use. I tried to use Glistening Peach and Peaches and Dreams and Peach Suede, and I used a little bit of Peach Ice. So I've only used a few of the shades in here, but the ones that I have used have been a little bit more of a struggle for me. So I haven't pulled it out again. Maybe what I'll do is I'll pull these two into an upcoming Shop My Stash. I have the original chocolate bar. I've actually used this quite a bit. I dug my finger into one of them. I do like this. It still smells like chocolate. I like it. I have the Sweet Peach palette. I like this even more than the chocolate bar because these are more the shades that I do enjoy using. Some of them I'm not a big fan of, like this one up here. What is that shade called? Bless Her Heart. It's supposed to be a green. I don't really feel like it translates very well. This is the Love palette, or what is this called? Yeah, the Love Passionately Pretty Eyeshadow Collection. I picked this up at TJ Maxx as well. Not my favorite palette. Not horrible, but not my favorite. And then these two I have not opened yet. I have the chocolate bonbons and the semi-sweet chocolate bars. I got the bonbon one at TJ Maxx, and I got the semi-sweet from Outlook. So that is all of my high-end eyeshadow palettes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have one more video still coming with my individual shadows that will be coming next. And I will be filming that here probably later on today, and you'll be seeing all three of these hopefully in consecutive days. So that is my eyeshadow palettes, my high-end eyeshadow palettes, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up down below. If you're excited to see my individual shadows and liquid shadows, hit that subscribe button so you can come back and hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Are there any of these palettes that you would like to see in a palette bingo or in an upcoming Shop My Stash? Let me know that, and I will try to accommodate your requests. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!